Okie dokie.
Okay, Mr. Ridgely, the mastermind has started.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Welcome,
Um,
welcome everybody. Has the weather cooled down for you yet, Ridgely?
it is so nice outside. I'm sorry that I'm in this office. And
Ah, there you
finally,
go.
after
Well, you took a
so
call.
much waiting.
I know you took a call, couple of calls yesterday outside on your patio.
That's right, man. I got the table set up out there. It's all looking good.
Good, good, good. Okay, well, it's getting chilly up here in New York, which means pretty soon I'm gonna have to get out my plaid shirt collection. My
Yeah.
flannels, my flannel. All
Uh,
right, welcome everybody. Seeing some great names join us on the program here. Dorina, if you have your copy ready, we can do your copy review today. You let us know. Hey Scott, hey Linda, hey Jim, hey Jesse. Let's see, more people coming on. We have Mike on and Bill. Mike, if you're willing to demonstrate your workflow and show everybody the tools that you use to generate your song, that would be awesome. We can get into the details of that. Awesome stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Dorina, do you want to let us know if you want to jump on right away? We can start off with the hot seat. Or Mike, we can start off with you showing us the workflow. Or I have some show and tell as well.
and so do I.
Oh, good, cool. Alrighty, let's take a look here. Okay, Dorina says I am on the hot seat today. I am ready.
Awesome.
Right.
Hold on. Let me pull it all up here.
Okie dokie.
Promoting. Okie dokie.
It would help if I turn on the camera, you think?
Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
hey,
that's
Dorina.
generally
How,
helpful.
how did you make out in the storm? How did you make out with the weather?
Well, we made out very well. About 3 miles west of us, we had an EF3 tornado
Wow.
that just wiped everything out. Palm Beach Gardens. It was on
Mm.
the news everywhere. Yeah, it was like brand new houses built to the top standards in Florida,
Mm.
torn apart.
Wow. Well, I'm glad
So,
you're okay.
thank God. Yes. Anyway, how do you want to do this? Do you want me to paste the thing in the chat? Do you want me to send it
Yeah,
to you?
that's probably best.
All right, let me grab the chat. I have 3 pages. I
Okay.
have the About Dorina, I have the Phoenix System story, and I have the home page, which is kind of sparse, so that probably doesn't really matter. Which one would you like to start with?
All of them you pick. Just pop it in there and let's roll.
All right, let's go. Here's the Phoenix story. All right, we're gonna take this one. All right.
Mm.
Da, 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 blah, blah, blah. Damn, this is long. All right. Well, there's a lot of space in it too. So,
Okay.
all right, here we go. Here it is, Command V. Oh, come on.
No, you're just putting the URL in the chat.
No, I think she's gonna just paste
I
some
was
text.
trying to paste it in. It's in a Google Doc.
Just share the Google Doc with us.
I will share the Google Doc, share. Oh, copy link. That's all I have to do, right?
That'll work.
That'll work. Okay, Command V, there it is.
Okay. Now I need access. I'm going to request access, and you got to give me access, please.
How do I do that?
You'll see a
You'll get
notification.
an email.
An email. Okay,
Just came in. You just have to click on it.
that's this email address. Jesus Christ, this is not easy. There we go. Share request. Yes. Share. Okay. We should be good.
All right. Let me just see if I can now get in.
And to think I
There
used
we go. I got it.
to.
All right. Let's take a look here. Share my screen. And we have lots of stuff to look at. All right. Phoenix story. And give us the background, the tiny bit of background behind this so we know it for context.
Okay, the context is, I have I'm working with high net worth, ultra high net worth people in this particular, for this particular target market. And I'm working with people like me who have had super, super high levels of success, yet have been conditioned to be convinced that they're the useless piece of crap. That, their parents who, if you're not number one, you're useless. What have you done lately? And that kind of thing. And I've developed a system whereby I take people deep to figure out who they are, go and clear all the crap that they have been suffering with, all the limiting beliefs and that kind of thing. And then work with them, since we've gotten them down to the 2x4s, work with them to recreate their life so that they optimize their time here in 3D 5 cents, quote unquote, reality, for lack of a better word. And the Phoenix system is the name of the system targeting this group.
Awesome. Okay. So let's take a look at this and see what tweaks we can do. Well, let's start with limbic messaging. We believe true transformation begins by realizing you were never the problem. What would you do with that, Hubie?
I would take it out of the realizing construction and
Correct.
right. And here, oh, thank goodness I have the right answer. Something more direct.
Active, not
Active,
passive.
yeah. But also even something more like we believe that you were never the problem, or something like that.
Yeah, okay, even better.
What do you think, Ridgely?
It's
Well,
you-centered.
is it we believe that you were never, but it's about transformation we're talking about here. So we believe because the phoenix is rising from the ashes, right? That's a transformation story. And by the way, anybody else weigh in the chat, can we just jump in and
How about we believe in the power of transformation? Something
yeah,
more thematic.
that's a very different approach. We believe in the power of true transformation. And
Or how
so
about you deserve true transformation?
I don't know what that means.
Right.
Right. Okay. So if we go down to content here, you've reached the pinnacle of success, the wealth, the recognition, the influence, all yours, yet beneath the surface. This is excellent content. This is 100% prospect centric content. This is very good. You've accomplished everything on the outside, but inside there's a void. It's not that you lack success. You struggle with feelings of guilt you've spent years trying to fix. Now you're questioning. This is good. It's all catching up to you. I have no issue with this at all. I love this kind of content. So now watch this. Say this right here, and then we said this is where the Phoenix system changes everything. What about if you just said, adding to that, you deserve the Phoenix system, right? Because now you said you deserve more than external success. You deserve deep, lasting fulfillment. Subhead, you deserve the Phoenix system. Then this is superfluous. You don't need this anymore, right? Because now we go like that. While other programs focus on external, the Phoenix will go straight to the core. Da 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 da. The programming's been running your life behind the scenes. These internal roadblocks, guilt, fear, are what keep you stuck, etc. You've built walls but before clearing those, we begin by going deep to discover the core of who you truly are, etc. Right? Now this all pulls together, and it's still all about the prospect. With me, Dorina? Does that make sense?
I am. It does. Absolutely. Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so What do you think of this one, Hubie?
Because breaking free from the chains of your subconscious is the only way to experience true freedom.
What could we do here?
There's a couple,
It's
there's like 3 or 4 thoughts there. We should probably pare it down to 2.
correct. It's too long. That's the issue here. Okay. I hope everybody's watching this. Is just because think about this in your own copy. If I have to think about the meaning, then I'm missing the limbic experience. I want to be able to experience the meaning and feel it. So one way could be breaking the chains of your subconscious is the only way to true freedom, right? Simplified, just compress it.
Mhm.
So it could also be is the way to true freedom.
I like that.
Right now, it's more of a positive because
Mm.
breaking the chains of your subconscious is the way to true freedom, and it invites that thought. I wonder what that means. Oh, I know what it means. It's not just another coaching method. It's a rewiring of your internal compass. You've tried everything else, but nothing has addressed the root cause, the deep-seated beliefs. This is the only solution that goes beyond superficial. I'd be a little cautious about this is the only, because then you get that resistance thing during where people put up their hand saying, according to who? Says what? Where's the data? Right? And it's not needed.
Okay, get rid of only.
Well, it can be this. This is a solution that goes beyond superficial changes and delivers permanent transformation. Working with me is a rare opportunity. So I like that. Take a little credit for yourself. Okay, so now let's go to the next one. We believe that true freedom isn't found in success. It's found in healing the subconscious. I'm okay with this. It's a double thought, but it's a follow-on thought. It's kind of like a Harley Davidson commercial where it says, we believe in the sky, but we don't believe in a sunroof. Right? Very similar. I like that. I wonder if there's a way of sharing your journey in a potentially, like, since you're saying you're getting to that space of saying, I thought something was fundamentally wrong. The question gnawed at me. Why doesn't this feel like enough, etc. I wonder if there's a way of saying I became a world-class achiever in a way that is not that's slightly not a positive. Like, because I know it doesn't feel like a positive, but it's coming across that way.
How about even though I became,
Yeah, that's a good start.
That's good. I like that.
and then get rid of the yet in the next sentence.
Why doesn't it feel like enough? You deserve to live a life where your achievements and fulfillment are aligned. I'm again going to show just very, very quickly how tiny tweaks can tighten things up and make it cleaner. You deserve a life where your achievements and fulfillments are aligned. There's no reason for the to live. Just tighten. It's always you deserve. And you don't need a second your because it's you deserve a life.
Yep.
Tight. You deserve a life where achievements and fulfillment are aligned. Cleaner, it's tighter, just cleaner. So, and this, I hope everybody on here today paying attention, think, how can I compress it down so that the person instantly gets what you're trying to say? They feel it. All right. Now here's the hero's journey. You're beginning, you're taking the hit. Love that. Obviously very well written because you're very, very good at this, Dorina. This is great. Okay, again, let's see. Anybody have a thought on this? How could we tweak this one? Hubert included. You're using big words, permanent at its core, not necessary to have all of those. Could be as simple as we believe that we believe
Get rid of permanent.
transformation begins by reprogramming the mind at its core. Confusing, not needed. Begins by reprogramming the mind. That's all.
Yeah.
Right.
Simple, clean. This is good. Again, uncovering the core of your being, how you think, operate, navigate, archetypes, well-styled, mind types. Perfect. Okay, going to the next limbic message. And if for everybody that's watching, the limbic messages that you create are largely going to be a reflection of your mind type. So you'll notice that one of the things that I'm doing with my longtime dear friend Dorina, who is a master. Masters, what's the kryptonite of the master? Complexity. They're super smart, smarter than the rest of us, but they tend to be big with words. So we can compress. So you deserve to live free of subconscious patterns that keep you trapped. Certainly in unfulfillment, I don't know what that means. That's too big for me. I understand what it feels like to be trapped. To live free of subconscious patterns. Do I need the word
pattern?
subconscious?
I don't think so. Get rid
No.
of it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
it's clean. Just let that, because again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to create that that's right experience where someone is nodding their head in your favor.
Now, you just go back up for a second, just for variety, because there've been several now where you use the word live. Maybe here you just say originally, you deserve a life free of patterns that keep you trapped. Just for some variety.
So let's do a couple of those because I want to show everybody how you can do that and see which one feels right. A life. You could say, another one could be, you deserve to be free of patterns that keep you trapped. Right? So many tiny tweaks, and then you can see which one feels right, which one is the one that resonates most with who you are and what you're trying to communicate, and add that authenticity factor. Nice work. Okay, let's a couple more here. Okay, now this one is in the way too long category. This is because has multiple thoughts to it. You deserve to lead a life where your subconscious supports your success, not sabotages it. What? Huh? I'm confused. So first, I'm going to take out the because. You deserve a life where your subconscious supports your success. Right? Simple. It's basically the same thought, except it's just cleaner. It could also be like this. You deserve, not as crazy about it, but to have your subconscious support your success. Again, we're just playing with the words to see which you feel.
I have a different construction.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay, I'm going back to the because, only because we've now used a couple of you deserves in a row here. because your subconscious should support your success. Should support your success.
Only thing I hate is the word should in there. I just don't, not a fan of that word.
Should support your success, not sabotage it. I like the not sabotage it part back in there. Because your subconscious should support your success, not sabotage it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. We believe the proof of transformation lies in real, lasting results. Perfect. Not touching that. Love that. Good. That's excellent. And then we got a social proof, right? Rochelle, William, Dr. Christine. Okay, now, because you deserve real transformation, not another strategy. I'm going to suggest something a little different here. Because you deserve more than just another strategy, right? Clean. I'm just trying to always be thinking, and the word because I'm going to put in paren because it's potentially not needed.
Before we continue,
Mm-hmm.
a variation. I'm going to dictate it to you. I want you to write it down, and then I want to just mention this to the group because originally and I kind of had a breakthrough with the client that we wanted to bring to the group. Okay, Rich, can you write this down and then let's discuss it.
Okay.
Don't you deserve real transformation dash not just another strategy question mark? So folks, Ridgely and I were doing some limbic messaging for a client's ad landing page asset, and we came up with the idea of using limbic questions. So originally, this is kind of we were thinking, oh, we don't use limbic questions enough. You kind of want to just talk about that for 30 seconds here?
Yeah, it's just another way of framing it to, again, you're looking for the person who's receiving this message to have that feeling of nodding their head saying, yes, I do. I do deserve that.
And it works particularly well when you've made the point a couple of times already and you want them to agree and you just don't want to keep banging away at it. You're turning it a little bit and asking it as a question. So the idea of limbic questions is something that we don't nearly talk about as much as we should in this mastermind.
Yeah, and the way it says, don't you deserve, they go, yeah, I do actually.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Slight variation. Because transformation begins the moment you take action. Clean.
That's nice.
Really clean. Okay. And one more. Because you deserve to live the life you've always known possible.
You actually don't need the word was.
Yeah, you're right.
That's for sure.
See what happens when you've been looking at the damn thing too long? You don't see any of this stuff.
Yeah. Right. Now you actually don't need the word because either. Let's just say you deserve the life you've always known possible.
And you could also do something like this, which is a bit aspirational. You deserve the life you've always believed possible.
Or how about this? Okay, let's write this one down too. You deserve the life you know is possible. Because now we're presuming that they're sold on this now. You deserve the life you know is possible.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. And you have all these options in the document.
Thank you.
Now, overall, and this is from Dorina being a master, the length is I think it's great material here, unless you structure it in a certain way, like using it in a long form sales letter type of layout. The volume of the content here is a little large. So one exercise, one homework, Dorina, that you can do is copy this, run it through AI and say, please shorten it. And then see how it condenses, it to the shortest form possible.
You should have seen it before I shortened it.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
I
Do we
want to
want-
share a quick story, and you'll appreciate this because it's a how to make the tool work and do stuff that you want it to do. So one of our bigger clients throws a lot of stuff our way. And I got a thing yesterday saying, hey, we want to do this webinar on culture for our executives that are in our database. We want to do it in a few weeks. And then they started this brainstorm of, what are you hearing from your execs about culture? And a number of leaders started throwing things out. And we captured it all because it was in a Zoom call. So we then transcribed it. And as I'm looking at all this stuff, I'm thinking to myself, you are no longer ever going to be a writer again. You are an editor, you are an optimizer, but being a writer on things like that is simply not even needed anymore. So we are simply just not going to do that. And I want to show the team how I did this. I put it all so you could see it better. I popped it into a Google Doc to demonstrate, but largely it was, I'm going to share where I got the information and what I did with it. So first I went into ChatGPT and my instructions were, you're a banking expert with a focus on culture. You've heard the following information from different executives about the culture problems they face. And then all the moaning. Moaning number one, all the work comes back to me. Moaning number two, they're doing the work, but not the right work. Moaning number three, high performers bring huge dysfunction. Moaning number four, concern about the economy. They know as soon as they start trying to manage expenses by cutting people, the people downward cycle happens. Moaning number five, we live in a we-they world right now. World, whether it's politics, my branch, your branch, my branch, your office, everybody pointing at each other. Number six, we have a lot of older people unwilling to change, etc. So all this stuff seemingly disjointed. And I can think back to when, as a high-paid copywriter, I would have had to think about this and dig and say, well, if this, then this, and if I do that, then this, and if I do this, I could make one point about this, or I could make one point about that. But I wonder if that's not as important as this. Instead, AI, you're looking to create a 3-question survey to identify which of these issues are the most pressing for bankers. Therefore, consider the issues and craft a simple 3-question survey that will enable any banking executive to identify what troubles them most in the area of culture. Note, set up checkboxes to make it easy and simple to compete. Boom, done. After giving the tool the right instructions, this was done in 10 seconds. Which of the following best describes your current challenge with employee accountability? Workload bottleneck, profit and performance disconnect, high performance, high dysfunction. Next, what is your biggest concern regarding cultural impact of cost-cutting measures? A, employee morale. B, efficiency versus culture. C, generational resistance. C, 3, which internal we-they dynamic most undermines your team performance? Branch versus corporate, departmental silos. There is no way I could have written that in less than 3, 4, 5 hours with multiple breaks to try to come up with it. Now, I did tweak it a little bit, etc. But what would have been a multi-hour project was simply a matter of stepping back and saying, what are my tools that I can use to create a survey, a simple survey that somebody's just going to read and go check, check, check. And yet they're then going to provide us a ton of information that leads to what? Leads to the second piece in a sequence that really is engaging for the people, which would be the piece that says, you told us this. When we asked you the survey, this is what you said was most important. Now it's all about the prospect, led in very easily on something that would have taken hours and hours, just a matter of seconds by reverse engineering the result using the tool. So I want to throw that out there as a method by which we can continue to in simple projects that come up that could take so long. They just don't have to take that long anymore. I get sometimes lists of stuff to do. And in the old days, it'd be like, oh, God, really? Now it's, let me tap into the knowledge base that Hubert built for me, and I'm just going to do it. And you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you knock them out because AI does that. Go back with the proof, optimize the content, finished. What used to take hours and hours and hours, done. Major tool. Hubie, any thoughts? You are on mute, my friend.
Had to mute because my cat was at my window meowing to join the mastermind. No, I agree 100%. And especially true when combined with creating these AI assistants or custom GPTs. Dorina, you asked on the last call in the chat about creating a custom GPT that's trained on you. You should definitely do that.
I'm in the middle of it, yes.
Yeah, so all you do is you gather up your you know, your documentation and whatever you have, and if you have published stuff out there, just dump it all up there.
Yep.
Let it figure it out. You don't spend any time like cleaning it up or anything. Just give it a data dump, let it sort itself through, and then use that whenever you do you know, your work. And that's the trained data, and then go in with the normal formatting. Act as an experienced copywriter, you know, give me copy on a long form sales letter or whatever you want. It'll just save you tons of material, and it'll keep improving over time. Ridgely and I were using one that I built, and we said, oh my God, why would we not do this? Because what we do is we're building one for each client, and automatically it's picking up all the limbic messaging and everything else. And so this is like, originally you remarked on it. Oh yeah, why wouldn't we do it? I mean, the thing is trained already in our ways.
And if you're, so Dorina, in the future, when you're working with clients, or if, and for everybody else that works with clients, and I see there's a lot of people on this call that do, anytime you have client corrections or things that the client likes that you hear about, you just throw that in the knowledge base. You just keep throwing stuff in there so that the knowledge base is all, in addition to being written on OpenAI so that it improves as AI improves, it's also improving with each particular communication from or about that client. So you look like you're always on the cutting edge and are staying current with whatever they're looking for. Everybody tracking with me on this? Awesome.
So you make a custom GPT for each client and just keep updating it, and all the work you do with that client, you do within that GPT.
Correct. Exactly. Okay.
That's right.
And more importantly, you start off with yourself too for marketing purposes as well.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Although
Now,
the last time I uploaded a subset of my stuff, the thing chunked away for 60 hours.
yes, you were telling me. So
it spat out.
right.
It didn't spit out much. I think it melted down.
Yeah, no, I think you had an issue there.
I did.
So Richard, I want to share my screen and just add a little value by.
Yep.
Oops. Let's see. Can you guys see my big old messy screen? Okay.
Yes.
So this is more for people. There are a couple of people on here that are technically inclined, I know, and I know some technically inclined people will watch it on the replay. But I do want to mention the way Ridgely and I have set it up on our web pages, and this is well worth doing. And I want to explain how it's actually done in WordPress, because it took us a while to come up with this architecture, and I just want to share it in the spirit of having it save time. Okay, so for example, we created on one of our websites, partnerattractionformula.com/assistants, these AI assistants. Okay, an AI assistant is similar to a custom GPT. It's that you don't actually do it as a custom GPT, although the process is very similar. You do it on OpenAI's API platform, and you do it as what's called an assistant. And I'll just show you the details of that. But the concept of it is what I want to impress upon you here. So the copywriter AI GPT that I created for a specific client, in this case, Chandler Park Dental Care. This guy here is trained, and I always tell my workers, when you come to a page that has multiple AIs, save yourself a little bit of hassle and just ask it, you know, what it is. What are you intended to be? Okay. It's going to tell you what it was created to be, right? AI assistant focused on helping with their SEO and content needs. Okay, so right away, I know I'm in the right place. I can generate engaging SEO content, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, now act as an experienced social media manager and give me 5 LinkedIn posts. Okay, and then just as we were saying, Doreen, after it's trained, you would then use it like a normal, you know, chat session. Act as this, give me that, avoid flowery language. Now, behind the scenes, it's, well, let me just show you the output. Certainly, here are 5 LinkedIn posts used to engage with the local community and highlight their services. And the post number 1, meet our team. It's got the emojis and everything. And it's certainly good enough now for copy and pasting to use as is. I actually went and checked the veracity of the information. And I caught that the hours were not right. So I looked back into the training data that I sent up, and I had sent up an older version. So I went back and I corrected it. And then so you always need to double check too, especially if you're using it to generate fact-based stuff. But anyway, the big breakthrough that I want to share is, how do you publish one of your GPTs or AI assistants onto a web page so that the public can use it? Because as you all know, when you create a custom GPT in ChatGPT Plus, you need to be in the ChatGPT OpenAI ecosystem to use a GPT. Here, you don't. Here, anybody can simply visit my website and interact with this GPT. The big breakthrough I want to share is this. There's a plugin, and again, if you're not into WordPress programming yourself, this may sound gibberishy, but for those that do, this will save you a lot of time. There is a plugin. A plugin is a piece of software that you simply install into your WordPress environment, and it provides you with functionality. There's a WordPress plugin called AI Engine. Okay, let's take a look at it. AI Engine is this guy here. AI Engine. There's a free version that lets you do certain functionality. There's a paid version that, you know, for $59 a year, you can do all kinds of stuff. AI forms and all this stuff. But most importantly, the reason why I like it is it creates these assistants. And just to show you what the assistants are, so this is in my OpenAI API account. Okay, under dashboard, you go to assistants, and you go and you create these assistants. When you go and you create the assistants, you can put in a prompt, right? So as you see, this was my main prompt. The reason why it looks a little funky is I asked it who are the dentists, and it didn't know. So I literally pasted in the names of the dentists are these. I went in and then tested the hours, and the hours are not right. So I literally went and I pasted this information here. So originally is right when you need to keep training your AI, and it's not rocket science. I don't need a Dorina to build me a rocket. You simply take the missing information and you stick it into the prompt, and it's trained. Very importantly, you have to activate file search. Okay, it enables you to upload data, and here you click plus files, and you go and you drag all your stuff and you drop it in there, and it'll show up under here. Vector store for Chandler copywriter. It'll just keep putting stuff in and in. You hit create, and here are your assistants. They'll keep piling up. You can use them in here, but what I'm getting at is, how do you publish them? You go in and you install this plugin in your WordPress environment. You go and you take a look at the plugin that you installed. You configure it. You put in your OpenAI key, and it's all in here. And then you see that your assistants show up. So remember, I showed you the assistants that I built over here. There are 3 of them: Chandler, Roxanne, and Chandler. And if you look over here, they now are available to you inside your world of WordPress. Chandler, Roxanne, Chandler. And then you go and you create these chatbots. You can go and test them. And then you simply take this piece of code right here the short code, and you simply stick it on the page, and as a result, you get this interface. So it makes it super simple, but you need to know the right plugin to use. So that's my gift to all the geeks out there for tonight's session.
That's okay. We're gonna pull my so Doreen, I have a thought for you. We're meeting again on Monday. And why don't you take a crack at tightening a couple of your other limbic messaging and then bring those again and let me go at them after you.
From other pages, you mean?
Yeah, from the other pages.
Oh, okay, we can do that.
I think that would be cool because that way you've seen what I did. Now
Right.
let's see if we can tweak, because then you can do that for all your clients. You can do it for everybody.
Well, I tend to be unnecessarily circuitous.
So I do want to share from chat. Jesse had dropped for you, Dorina, some information. I'll put it in the public chat here. Let me just put it here. And then these are worked out some taglines.
Thank you, Jesse. I got it.
Look, there we go. Look, for the taglines, a few samples from chat. Okay. Rise from the ashes because you are always enough. Your journey begins when you see your true strength. Transform beyond the fire. You were never the issue. I like how provocative that is. The power was always yours to ignite. Awaken your potential. Your story starts now.
Love it.
It's up there.
Thank you, Jesse.
I want to share something else that we did that I've done. Continuous improvements as we think about AI, right? A lot of times, if you're working in a service capacity, you're taking care of service people, like in our cases, we take care of a lot of dentists. Well, the reality is when somebody buys a program from you, they're not buying the program, they're buying the result that the program gets. They're buying the result. That's what they're paying for. So they don't really need to go through some elaborate process if going through an elaborate process is not necessary. In the past, lawyers and others, coaches, consultants, might put people through a process so that people felt like they got the value from the engagement. But that's not so necessary anymore. So, for example, one of the things that I did for new dentists, knowing that they're super busy, but they want to feel like they did the work that they contributed, is I went into our partner attraction portal master worksheet and I created a new one for each practice. Again, Chandler Parks, who we were working with today. And then I literally pre-populated the areas with dental tasks. So I left a space where they can add their own, but I pre-populated all of these, which came about from using AI. I pre-populated all likely strengths of a dental office. We create team culture, we create system for treatment, we create great patient experiences. I pre-populated essence statements. We provide a safe and friendly dental family experience. We give our patients a new beginning, etc. I then pre-populated all the limbic messaging with proven messages that have come out of dental workshops and using AI for the past 4 years. So now a dentist can be up here and typing in all their stuff, whatever they want up here, or when I have the workshop with these guys and I know I have 1 hour to create content that they have to feel good about because it's going on their website, I'm going to say, write down 1 or 2 and select the ones that feel right to you. So now I've made the process for those dentists so much easier because by using AI, I've created the messaging that we already know is going to work because it's already working somewhere. Same thing with because, look at this, because a doctor that listens matters, because selfies matter, because your feelings matter, you deserve statements. Same thing. You deserve a beautiful smile. You deserve to feel young again, etc. So that the docs that are in that room that I only have them for an hour, we're going to write a couple of them up here with who wrote them in this little space right here. It's going to say, Doc Dorina here. Doc Hubert said the following, right? but mostly they're just going to pick. They're going to pick the ones that feel good to them. And by picking the ones that feel good, they feel like they're the ones that made the transformation happen. When that limbic messaging shows up on the website, boom, bam, bingo, done. Largely created again by using AI. So I just want to bring these real case scenarios to our mastermind so you guys can see we're using this stuff every single day all over the place. And it's not intimidating to me to take on multiple simultaneous contracts because I know we have AI to be able to do this.
Now,
All right.
we had originally, since you brought up using the worksheet, it's been a while since we actually mentioned it, and I just want to draw it to everybody's attention. In your Mastermind portal, you'll see a section that says the partner attraction formula worksheet. If you go into it, there's an entire Google worksheet that has been built. Originally, I'm going to ask you to kind of explain the value of it, the use of it, and why is it worth it to actually take the time to kind of formalize your thinking, and what do you suggest people do in terms of using it? Do they set aside a couple hours in an afternoon and kind of walk through it, or like what is the value of it? Explain what it is and what's the value of it and how to use it.
So if you look at the left side navigation, this is a complete master worksheet to create all the messaging you need for your site, your online presence. It begins by discovering your mind type. So I did this whole practice this morning, and there's the leaders of the practice. First three are dentists, the next one's an operations manager, then they're team leaders, etc. From there, we told them a little bit about communication keywords, input all those people there, the words that really make a difference. And then you go into, okay, what is it you do? Write down all your daily tasks. Now, I recommend that you write them all down, but then use AI to complement that. Use AI. What would AI say are the daily tasks of a successful dental practice? And boom, it'll come up with a whole bunch more. So I recommend that you go through this yourself. What do you think you do particularly well? What are your strengths? Do that. Then get AI to write their piece. Then go into what is the essence of what you do. For example, we do blah, 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 all these tasks. We do particularly well all the strengths. But what we do is the essence of what we do is we give our patients a fresh start with an amazing new smile. Feels so good. Write it down yourself and then get AI to complement it. Same thing with your vision. Do the same thing. Walk through the exercise yourself. We picture a world where people smile with confidence. People feel great wearing their smile. Your smile is a glimpse into your true self, right? These are all lovely vision statements, but I get each practice to come up with a few of their own, but it's just so much easier to just pick. We know people are a little bit lazy. They just want to pick. And then I put the final ones down here. So I'm actually doing the majority of the work. I'm saying, where's your ideal partner? Okay, where do you find your prospects? What are their problems and pain points? What solutions are they looking for? Well, I'm looking to have a beautiful, healthy smile, to be able to eat and smile with confidence, etc. What do they want? I want a Hollywood smile. I want to eat a steak. I want a straight white smile, whatever. Get them to do a few of their own. And all of this stuff forms the basis for by the time you get to limbic messaging, they can do a few of their own, but they can actually pick by an AI, our AI tools in combination with Ridgely's prompts will actually do this for you. So there you go, Hubert.
That's awesome. And I think the value of the step-by-step approach is if you're not doing the exercises before you try to tackle the output, it's a heavy lift. Once you start walking through the exercises and you're in that mind space, then the final product kind of evolves itself. Originally, how many times have you seen a team struggle at the beginning of this and then suddenly they get it and it's firing? And it's because they walked through those initial exercises.
And they get so excited about what they're able to come up with. And I want to contribute to that. So I use AI to supplement it, make their life easy. All right. Coolio. Thank you, Dorina, for playing with us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Before you go, Dorina, I have a joke for you as your prize.
Oh, thank you. Wait, go ahead.
You're welcome.
Well,
Okay.
let me hear it first before I say thank you.
What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bike and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle?
I give up. I don't know.
Attire.
Oh,
That was terrible.
that was
Okay,
bad.
that was good. All right, thanks, Dorina. Thank you so much. Okay, what are we doing next?
We're gonna wrap it up pretty quickly unless somebody in the audience has a question.
Or you said something, Mike was going to show us something.
Yeah, oh, okay. Actually, Mike is gonna show us next time. He had to drop early, and he wasn't quite prepared, so he's asked if he could take the hot seat next time and show us a cool workflow where, he wanted to one up you on your own rap song.
Yeah, and I don't know if I told you this, Hubert, but you want to talk about having an impact when you can use AI to do stuff. So our newest client, Dr. Hayes from
Mhm.
Hayes Family Dentistry, has been using the rap song methodology that I showed them at the summit and sending rap songs to all his friends about them. He says he's gotten so much mileage out of it.
No
Now,
kidding. Wait,
here's the funny part.
he's actually doing the rapping?
No, he writes the rap song and then he raps it and sends it to him.
But he himself, so he's willing to play this way and engage his audience that way.
Now, here's the funny part. When I said to him, I said, his first name is Kevin. I said, Kevin, that's very cool, but what about using that for marketing, my man? He says, what do you mean? I said, wouldn't you like to become the funny rap dentist of your area? And every month you send out the dental rap? I mean, it's a good idea for marketing. People will think you're cool. Where do you want to go to the dentist? Oh, I want to go to Doc Kevin the rapper, right? And he doesn't, and he's got a Southern accent because he's in Cookeville, Tennessee. So he's rapping with a Southern accent. It's hilarious, but what a great idea. So if you think about it, when you're thinking about your marketing, things that you can do, take advantage of the tool, but think outside the box.
Yeah.
Think a little bit like, because Kevin thought it was so fun that he just did it basically to have fun with his friends. It never occurred to him that he could actually do this for marketing. So now
Okay.
that we're in charge of his marketing, we'll make sure that he does do that and becomes Kevin the rapping dentist.
Okay,
Right?
there you go. That was my first question immediately because I didn't catch that he just sent it only to his friends. I was surprised that he so quickly jumped in and started sending it to his patients.
What a great idea, though, right? And obviously, the Kevin the rapping dentist in Cookeville, Tennessee, could easily be John the rapping dentist in Bonaventure, Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or Fred or Tina the rapping dentist in Peoria, Illinois, or whatever. Nobody's going to see the crossover, and it's amazing to be crazy, how crazy it is that you could do something like this.
Right. And of course, we have that question from Scott here. Would rapping be okay with an audience of executives?
So I've had to do this many times because people know that I rap. So what happens is conference organizers, Scott, literally just say, "Oh, and Ridgely's probably going to bust out a rap for us." I'm like, "Really, man?" And like they set me up, like there's nothing I can do about it. So then I've got to bust out a rap. I have never ever received anything other than a laughing, hilarious response, cheering, standing, etc. So the answer is 100% yes. It completely works. I can't think of a place where it didn't, especially if the rap that you write is a little bit irreverent, a little bit funny, a little bit self-deprecating, or something like that. Then you're going to get a huge response, and it works everywhere.
Awesome.
The Phoenix system rap.
Dorina,
Yeah, for
the
sure.
Phoenix system rap. Perfect.
So an old guy looks like Santa Claus doing a rap would be good. Any tips? I would do the Santa Claus rap. But yeah, for sure, bro. Just write some stuff. Use our AI tools and write some stuff and have some fun with it, for sure. All right, Hubert.
All right. When are we meeting again?
Monday, actually. We're meeting early in the week next week. Monday, 4 o'clock Eastern time, 4 o'clock Eastern. That is 1 o'clock Pacific. So hope everybody has a great week. And I'm sure you got one or two more, Hubert. There's no way you don't.
I got one more. I got one more. Okay. In in saying goodbye, I'm going to say this. What did the buffalo originally say to her son on the first day of school? What did the buffalo say to her son on the first day of school?
What's that?
Bye, son.
Oh, no.
Oh, see, that's what it originally likes.
That's about as good as a tire. Okay, that's hilarious. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your week. Enjoy and stay out of trouble. We'll see you next Monday. Bye
All
for now.
right, take care, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.